This is the Conservative Czar, December 14th, 2012. I kind of want to give an overview a little bit about how we should be looking at events. And I think I want to start categorizing. When I talk about things, I want to talk about things which are important and those things which are not important but interesting. The important issues and non-important issues. And I'm going to talk about that decision as it relates to discussions of the fiscal cliff. For political junkies, the political cliff issue is just fun. It is just a wondrous fun to watch these guys battle and the strategy that's going on, if there is any. But it's fun, but it's not important. It could be important if we had the right people there, but there's nothing that's going to happen. There's no result that's going to come out of this that's going to be that important to America. We're talking about even the cliff itself, even the falling off the cliff. While it raises taxes, it only raises taxes somewhat. They'll be modified. There'll be all sorts of changes. But I'm telling you right now, and this is all washed out, no matter who wins. Let's say a miracle occurs and Barack Obama gets up in the morning and says, I'm slapping this guy all over the place. This John Boehner is a lightweight. I'm slapping him all over. But you know what? I had a dream during the night, and Boehner's right. I'm going to do what he wants. Okay, I'll let him have the lead, and we'll have this compromise, and we'll have all these little things happen, and I'll just give in to Boehner. Even if that happened, nothing substantive is going to occur. These are small marginal changes that we're looking at all the way down the line. There's nothing that's going to change. And what do I mean by nothing going to change? The government is going to grow at a very fast rate. Taxes are going to go up. How they go up, what difference does that make to people? It really doesn't. I mean, a person who is taxed, what does he care if the tax is by taking away his mortgage interest deduction or taking away his charitable deduction or raising his rates? It is unimportant. But even if there was substantive changes in what would occur, it's still not going to be important. There isn't a single person that I can tell. The only person that even touched these issues was Ron Paul. And maybe if Ron Paul, it was all up to Ron Paul, maybe we'd have some changes that I would call substantive. But other than that, it's the same old, same old. Now, it's fun to talk about. It's fun to talk about the characters, but it is not important. What is important? What is important? Now, remember, we're talking from the context of a traditional conservative. I am a traditional conservative, and this used to be the base of the conservative movement. I am for smaller government. And I am for traditional Christian values. It's this combination that made the traditional conservative movement. And so this is what I am in favor of. What is going to substantively change these two issues? On economics, nothing's changing. You're electing the same old people over again. Even so-called conservatives, even so-called traditional conservatives are electing people who are not going to change anything. And they're not. I mean, when are you people going to get shaken to the core and understand that? I'm just talking about economics now. That we are going down the path to socialism, these small incremental victories by bought and paid for politicians who say they are conservatives is meaningless. It doesn't mean a thing. And somebody needs to go through the screen here and start slapping you people around to understand that this small changes mean nothing. The only thing that has a chance of success is on the other side of the equation. And that is the side of the equation about traditional Christian values. Now, we're not too far away from a point where Christianity is going to be so maligned in this country, so driven down, they are going to persecute us. They're going to start attacking Christianity through the law, through a police action. Now, that's going to happen. I talked yesterday about Harry Belafonte saying that we should be considering imprisoning opponents of Obama. And I said then, this is not a nut job talking. This is a guy who is giving us a hint of what the future might look like. So this movement, this anti-Christian movement, has been accelerating especially over the last 10 years, especially under the presidency of Barack Obama, who is anti-Christian. And he says he's a Christian, but I don't think he goes to church anymore. As he said, he was in favor of same-sex marriage. He is a liar when it comes to these things, and his agenda is the agenda of the anti-Christian left, and that is the agenda of Barack Obama. So where is the possible change? The only change that can affect things in the future for traditional conservatives comes from a change in how we look at Christianity, how we defend Christian values, how we evangelize. And what I mean by evangelize is take people, the great majority of people who call themselves Christians, who still call themselves Christians, are milquetoast. They don't have opinions. They're embarrassed about their Christianity. These people right here that make up the vast majority of people who call themselves Christian, they're the people we need to evangelize. They're the people we need to bring back to the fold. And if we just did this, we could have change. This is the only thing that'll bring change. And it's a re-evangelization of the Christian community to evangelize those who have fallen away, and not fallen away very far. They're there. It takes the right leadership. I don't know where that's going to come from yet. But this is the only part of the traditional conservative movement that is left that we have some hope for victory and change. And it's important, and that's the important issues. The other important issues are the political game, the economic political game, the game of Boehner and McConnell and Cantor and Ryan. That's unimportant. It's unimportant. Don't get caught up on it because they're not going to do a thing. The important thing is the defense of Christian values. That's where we can gain and we can affect change. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.